Welcome to a very special segment of Ikaw at ang Batas dito sa RNG Luzon. And we are privileged to have a former president of the Association of Barangay Councils in the city of Baguio for 3 consecutive terms.
10 years.
For 10 years. And of course, he is an advocate of barangay programs. He was also one of the authors of the anti-road obstruction ordinance and actually gave a big help in helping the implementation of that law. And we have here our former ABC president, Mike Lawana. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir.
And tell us about yourself, although hindi na kailangan siguro sa mga yapis, yung mga bagong botante, ipakilala nyo po yung sarili.
Yes, first of all, I would like to thank you, sir. My idol in the legislative arena. Yan po, si Atty. Ed Abela. Thank you po. And then, of course, sino ba si Mike Lawana? As mentioned a while ago, I'm a former ponong barangay, actually, of a small barangay. And then became Bineco director for 3 years. And then, yun na po, I became the ABC president 2013 until 2023. Personally, I am a mining engineer by profession. So 20 years in the construction and development sector, private sector, before I joined the politics noong year 2010 po. Kaya nandito na tayo sa City of Baguio.
Yan ang example kung bakit tayo isang galing sa barangay ay dapat magsilbi on a higher level. So yung pagsilbi niya sa local council natin very meritorious naman. Ano yung mga adhikain mo naman pag ikaw ay naibalik sa city council as a regular councilor na?
Yes, sir. Ito na nga po, I'm done with the barangay. Most of my career in the city council, even during our time together, talagang focus ako sa barangay. Because hindi po pwedeng mapahabayaan or focus on other concerns. 128 yan na barangays, lahat, budget, ordinances, even programs. So yun po, but this time po na tapos na tayo and we have already a sitting ABC president who will take care, of course, the entire barangay affairs. I would like to answer. I would like to focus more on my expertise as a technical person, as an engineer, so that we can contribute sana sa ating development when it comes to infrastructure and other project-related issue with regards sa ating development ng syudad ng Baguio. Mostly I'll focus on my technical expertise.
So you can help as probably chairman of the Committee on Public Works.
Yes po, sir. Ayun po yung parang gusto natin, considering that for the last 9 years, ako ay member din doon po sa committee na yun. Yes.
Yes. And you've been very vocal about issues on pedestrianization dito sa Baguio. And marami kang nakikitang mali sa mga ginagawa. Ano? So, pwede mong explain yun stand na yun.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Actually, as I keep on mentioning, yung due to the rapid urbanization kasi ng ating city, kailangan din natin humabol in as far as infrastructure facilities are concerned. Kasi yung mga development ng mga private companies, yung mga individuals, mabilis na eh. Pero sa atin po sa syudad ng Baguio, to be honest, mahina tayo pa. Kasi in the very first place, sir, hindi pa approve yung CLUP natin. That's the Comprehensive Land Use Plan. And much more yung Comprehensive Development Plan natin. So doon sana yung kung ma-approvean sana ngayon yun. For the last 4 years, wala kasi. At least meron na tayong direction. Alam na natin po kung ano ba yung dapat ipatayo natin sa isang area, yung mga zoning ordinance, etc. And another is when it comes to infrastructure, yun na palagi kong nababanggit nga, as of today, there are very important infrastructure projects in the city right now which were stopped and which were not at the moment naka-stop na at saka nakatenga. If I may just enumerate some, yung pong sa may athletic ball, the Youth Convergence Center, which is para sa ating mga kabataan at mga atleta sana yun, that is worth 390 million. But today po, almost 3 years na po na hindi na-stop. Considering, sir, that may kumplito naman ang budget, kumplito ang design, plans, engineers, all the papers kumplito. Bakit hindi natapos yun na project?
So, hanggang ribbon cutting lang.
Hanggang start up of the project, ribbon cutting. At least, sir, meron man nang umpisan. I think around 20%.
20%.
Yeah. Si Mr. Sir, dyan sa may Right Park yun sana because that will be very helpful sana sa ating mga pony boys at saka mga nagbebenta doon. That is a multi-purpose worth 80 million. Pero yun, naumpisa na naman. You know, sir, as an engineer, talagang parang sa inyo rin, may expertise kayo. Sa akin naman, pag tinitingnan mo yung mga unfinished project na sa tingin mo naman po ay kompleto ang budget at saka papers niya, parang iyak ang puso mo na how come na kinakalawang na yung mga bakal doon, walang nagtatrabaho. Ito po yung mga ordinaryong tanong ng isang engineer or even ordinary person na bakit po hindi natapos.
Okay, yan. So we need his expertise sa City Council.
Yun naman po, sir. If I may just finish yun sa thank you, sir. Yun lang. I mean, I'm not a superman na pagdating po natin doon sana masolve natin yan. We have to, of course, as a legislator, we can start with coming up with some sort of resolution. Policies, like for example po, yung siguro i-tap natin ng or resolution, i-tap natin yung mga experts when it comes to safety para i-check natin muna itong mga naka-standby na projects kung are they still, yung integrity na is still safe ba to continue, etc. And probably from there on, sir, pwede tayong mag-source out. Medyo member tayo naman ng Appropriations Committee dati. So alam natin kung saan tayo pwedeng mag-source out ng pondo para at least matuloy lang naman sana itong mga projects natin. Like also the housing sa may Luna Terraces, yun din. Sayang din yun po.
Sayang. Oo. And what about the market? Anong stand mo sa development ng city market?
Yeah, that is it's an overdue issue actually, pero tama naman po, there is that process. I myself, we approved the code, the PPP code of the PPP ordinance of the city. And sa tingin ko po yung process natupad na tuloy naman. Ang concern ko lang yun, sir, kasi yung upcoming part of the PPP modality na yung Swiss Challenge. Because alam naman natin, parang ang gumawa ng OPS, it's the SM. Parang yung favor lahat nandun sa kabila. And also, lumabas na po yung Certificate of Successful Negotiation between the city and, of course, the proponent. So sa akin lang, sir, I stand na yes, we have to develop and improve the city market, but I'm not in favor of having it be developed or improved by a private company. Nakukuha nga ako, sir, because during the time of the negotiation, yung grupo ng mga vendors, I think
they were offering.
Yes, they're offering, and they have the capabilities, the money also, they can produce the money na pwedeng tapatan. So why not consider this para local base po ang mag-develop?
Actually, meron ding mga private entrepreneurs na kaya naman nila.
Yes, sir. Marami po.
Kaya nilang on their own.
Meaning they have the financially, technically, meron po, marami po, sir. And yun nga, I for myself, we prefer sana natin yung mga local base para iba pa rin yung local ang mag-develop or taga Baguio or dito lang para at least iba pa rin yung feeling natin na taga Baguio rin.
So isa sa mga expertise mo yung traffic. So anong stand mo sa congestion fee na proposal?
As pa naman yun, that is part of the Smart Urban Mobility Project. Now when it comes to congestion fee, tayo po nagaling sa Singapore na nagtrabaho doon. Actually, I'm not a tourist in Singapore. I did not visit there to observe their traffic, but I worked there for 6 years. So alam ko yung ano po yung advantages at saka disadvantages ng itong parang congestion fee. Ang issue ata dun, sir, kasi is meron ng Certification of Successful Negotiation. So meaning to say, parang
tapos na ang boxing.
Tapos na ang boxing actually. Yun ang purpose nun sa tingin ko. But when it comes to the congestion, I'm not in favor. Ang sa akin lang naman is how to solve this problem is we need the infrastructure facilities to support the parking. Alam niyo, sir, during our time, meron tayo na, I think you're part of the approval of the 400 million plus na multi-level parking sana sa may kwan po, sa may Camp Allen and in front of within the vicinity of the fire department. That is a 400 million project sana. We have the budget.
We have the budget.
Yes. In the design, ang ganda sana, it will ease the traffic dun sa may area, especially in the City Hall. Mismong sa City Hall, di ba, traffic sa loob po. So, sayang yun, sir. It was deposited in the part of the 4.3 billion po yun. But I hope, sir, that that will be implemented. So, in short, sir, we need infrastructure for parking, but also, just like in the other urban cities, nag-second level na sila, meaning to say, sir, meron ng mga overpasses sila, third phase na nag-overlap na. I think we need that one para at least ma-ease yung traffic natin, sir.
Okay, so there you are, a veteran legislator, former Councilor Mike Lawana, former ABC President. Any parting words, Apo?
First of all, again, thank you, Attorney Ed, Manong Ed. As I keep on saying, my idol in legislative forum. Nung nasa council kami, kung may mga hindi namin maintindihan about legalities, isa lang ang aming tinatanong. And I hope that you will come back, sir, in the legislative arena of the City of Baguio. Yun lang ang wish ko. Now for me, again, sa ating mga electorate, sa ating mga botante ng siyudad ng Baguio, ito po ang inyong kapatid na dating, yun nga, kapitan at saka lumaki sa barangay. But this time on, I would like to go back sana as a city councilor, regular councilor, to also share my expertise, technical expertise, being an engineer. Ang aking number po ay number 20 sa baluta. And I hope that sa atin lahat, piliin po natin yung hindi lang magaling, pero yung sincere na mag-serve sa ating syudad na Baguio. Thank you and magandang umaga po sa atin lahat.
Thank you very much, and we wish you all the luck in the world.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.